What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SheepSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Shout out to all of the visionaries, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everyone who supports SheepSTAYSLEEPTV. I'm back. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And we got another great show lined up for you guys today. So start out by hitting that like button for me, fam. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit that like button, fam. Let's hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share today's show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share videos, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you share this show. Make sure you share this show, because today we're going to go all the way there today. All the way there today. Of course, make sure if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on SheepSTAYSLEEPTV. Also, don't forget, make sure you go back and check out my last couple of streams. It's very important because, as y'all know, here on SheepSTAYSLEEPTV, I like to keep my content in alignment. So each show, for the most part, I'm not going to say all the time, but for the most part, a lot of times my shows are structured to follow each other. So it's like a story, you know. It's something that you guys can follow. It's levels. You're gonna get here, then you're gonna go here, then you're gonna go here. But it's all getting you to a specific goal. So shout out to y'all once again. Much love to all of the visionaries, man. Let me get over here to the chat room and give some shout outs. Shout out to Matt. What's good, Matt? Shout out to my brother Matt in the building, Matt McKee. Salute. Shout out to my brother Ricky Webster in the building. Salute, salute, fam. Shakur Wallace. Salute, salute, Shakur. Shango Zulu. Salute, family. Salute to my brother, Po Boy Films. Salute, family. Ty's Craziest. Peace. Peace, love. I appreciate you for coming through and showing support. Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Much love to you, Letitia, as always. Shout out to my man, Sir O. Shout out to the villains, of course. Shout out to my day one brother, the Book of Ronan. That's my guy right there, day one brother. Salute, family. Shout out to my brother Larry Vaughn in the building. Salute. IG, what's good, man? What's good, IG? 1G, my bad. 1G. Salute, bro. Salute. I'm glad you was able to finally catch a live show, man. I know usually you catch the playbacks. You know, you're always in the comment section. So shout out to 1G, man. I appreciate your support, bro, as always. Hey, what's up, Mona? Good to see you, Mona. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Queena in the building. Shout out to Miss Queena. Salute. Always coming through and holding down the chat. Shout out to you, Miss Queena. It's Akuma. Peace, fam. Peace to you, man. Always coming through, showing support. Shout out to you, man. Make sure y'all like and share today's show. Make sure you like and share today's show. And if you haven't yet, don't hesitate. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Today's show. This is what happens when men become dressed up trash cans. This is what happens when men become dressed up trash cans. Now, why am I speaking on this? Why am I speaking on this? I'm speaking on this. I'm gonna start off by saying, you know, shout out to those brothers over there in the 21 convention. And every video that those brothers been dropping over there has definitely been very impactful on me personally first, because I noticed with those guys, whenever they do the 21 convention, it is set up in a way where you can get agency in all areas of your life. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Right back. We back, family. We back. We back. And what I notice is the way, Anthony Johnson sets it up and his fellow brothers, they provide agency for men in all areas of their life. They pretty much cover the issues that men have and that are plaguing men currently and has always plagued men throughout time. So you had your healing piece with Pat Stedman. You had you have your I just finished watching a health presentation. You also had Steve the Dean give his presentation on being a man and having a man mindset and being in a family environment. They just brought a brother on who spoke on divorce and how to deal with things in divorce. So what they're doing over there is they're showing men that you don't have to be what the world tells men to be. This is what they're showing men. That you can actually go out and be the man that you want to be. You see? You don't have to fall into the stereotypes that they show you on TV, that they show you in these movies. You don't have to be him. You don't. And they're showing men how to not become that man, how to not become a dressed up trash can. See, because today, with the, boom of social media and the boom of this whole digital stuff, a lot of guys today pride themselves on being dressed up bums, trash cans. I call them fly bums. That's what I call them. That's why I asked the question, are you a fly bum? Because there's a lot of men who are not operating like men. They're nothing but dressed up trash cans. You're nothing but a trash can wrapped in some shit. And there's a lot of men who choose to be dressed up trash cans. And see, today I'm going to let brothers know that should never be a choice. That should never be a choice. You see? See, brothers, I'm going to just be honest. It's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to grow up. You see? And what I mean grow up, I mean grow up internally. It's time to mature. See, because that's what a lot of men have a problem with. They have a problem with maturing in life. It's not about you getting older. See, this is why a lot of you men worry and are afraid to get older, because you haven't matured. And you don't plan on maturing anytime soon because you think maturity equals an age bracket. And this is why you see the back and forth between the elders and the youth, the OGs and the young G's, because there's a lack of maturity. There's a lack of maturity. See, if you're an OG or an elder and you still don't know how to talk to the generations below you without you getting upset and frustrated and acting out of character and saying certain stuff out you have a maturity problem. It doesn't matter how old you are. This is why a lot of us younger men don't deal with older guys. This is why in the streets, the young dudes are not listening, because a lot of you guys haven't matured. You're nothing but an older version of them. See, we know that because we grew up when y'all was young doing what y'all was doing, watching y'all. You see? Y'all are nothing but an older version of these young dudes. You're nothing but a 45-year-old K Flock. You're nothing but a 45-year-old Fabio Foreign. You're nothing but a 60-year-old Tekashi 6ix9ine. You're a dressed up trash can because you still haven't got to a level of maturity yet. This is why you're still competing with young guys. This is why you trying to date the women they supposed to be with, because you haven't matured. How the hell I'm 20, 30 years younger than you, but you acting like I'm in your way? No, you're in my way. You're in my way. You're the elder. You're supposed to be on the sideline. Your time's up. You're supposed to be on the sideline. Either you're going to watch the game or you're going to coach the game. Which one? But either way, you don't need to be in the way of the youth. This is our time. Who you still trying to impress? What are you still trying to prove? See, you still trying to prove something because you lack something. See, this is how you become a dressed up trash can. Because you don't want to mature. You don't want to grow up. You see? And this speaks to the first issue. The first thing that happens when you become a dressed up trash can, you lack character currency, which ties into the lack of maturity. That speaks to your character. You 35 years old competing with 20-year-olds, trying to outdress them, trying to outwit them, outlook them. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's because you lack character. You're not securing yourself. You think these young guys got one up on you because you haven't done some shit in your own life. You see? When you become a dressed up trash can, or the reason why, or the results of you becoming a dressed up trash can, you lack character, which is internal value. Spiritual value, to be specific. A man's character is dictated by his energy. And see, dressed up trash cans who like to show up like men, They lack character. This is why today you're hearing women tell you they don't want drug dealers no more. They don't want drug dealers no more. They don't want scammers no more. They don't want the jack boys. They don't want none of that no more. You know why? Because they're nothing but dressed up trash cans. That's what these women realize. They dressed up trash cans. A lot of their baby fathers were dressed up trash cans. She only had a baby with him because he was selling the most crack on the block. And all the other women wanted him, so she got him first. Until she found out this dude lacked character. Yeah, he fly. Yeah, he drive this. Yeah, he got that. But this dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. This dude is crazy. This dude is a narcissist. This dude can't keep his hands to himself. This dude don't know how to make a decision. See, because a lot of you dudes around here, especially in this space, I hear how you dudes talk about Pookie and Ray Ray all the time, right? Y'all got the wrong concept of things. This how I know y'all certain things y'all shouldn't even speak on, because you know nothing about it. See, y'all think, oh, women like Pookie, these women like drug dealers. No, they don't. They think they do until they get with them and realize, oh, this dude is a dressed up trash can. All this dude know how to do is sell crack. He don't know how to pay no bills. Do you know how many grown-ass men got cars? Or you know how many I'm talking about grown men, cars, all of that, can't use a washing machine. Do not do this, brothers. You got one of these homies that like to talk all this shit because he got a bag. Take him to the laundromat. See if he know how to use the laundry. You know how many dudes don't know how to use a washing machine? Grown-ass men do not know how to wash their clothes. See, this is what, because we think being a man is an external life. Mobility, how you can move around and be social and have a social life and have a network. Education, you go to school, your professionalism, your career, your leisure, your wealth. You think that's what being a man is. But you can't wash clothes. You don't even know how to separate your clothes. That's why most dudes, they pay chicks to do it. They pay the laundry lady. Wash your own clothes. You know why you don't wash your clothes? Because you can't. You don't know how. You don't know how to use the washing machine. Don't tell me because I got money and I could afford. That's cute, nigga. You talking to a man. You talk that shit to them women. You can't talk that to me. You go and you pay somebody because you don't know how to use the washing machine. Because you got all of this money. Why don't you put a washer and a dryer in your house and wash your own clothes? You don't know how to use it, bruh. See, I know the game. I know. I was outside with them. I know they're illiterate. I know. Can't use a washing machine. Don't know how to iron their clothes. Yeah, we going there today because we talk about what's really valuable. what really matters at the end of the day. See, you could pay for some shit, but what could you actually do? Can you get shit done? See, because a woman will sit back and allow you to pay for every goddamn thing, but at some point, she gonna want to see what you can actually do. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you? Do you know how to iron your clothes? Huh? A lot of you dudes can't iron. You never use the iron. You don't own the iron. But you get up here and talk all this other bullshit. There's more. Understand, you got to develop your character. You got to develop your character. Not all of this external shit. What are you actually? Who are you? You lack character. She can't sit down and have a decent conversation with you. This is what happens when you become a dressed up trash can. You lack character. This is why she gets bored with you so fast. This is why a lot of you guys are just made to pay. Because she don't want to waste no time talking to you. You're a moron. You're boring. You're a moron. The conversation only leads back to sex. You can't talk about nothing because you don't got nothing going on outside of work. And when you get off work, all you want to do is bust a little nut and go to sleep. You're not interesting. You're boring. You know why? Because you lack character. You're not funny. You're not funny at all. You walk around with a tight ass. You always uptight and always got to prove something to somebody. And you always got to tell somebody off. Don't no woman want to be with that. Because you insecure. See, you lack character. You insecure. You insecure. So everywhere you go, you got your gun on you. Cause nobody better not play with us. Calm down, dude. You going to the gas station. Relax, homie. Relax. Pipe down. See, you still trying to prove a point. And see, women can see that shit when they get around you. They can see that. They can see that you trying to overcompensate. That's why you wear the glittery belts. Because you trying to overcompensate for something. Oh, this dude think he gonna win me over because he fly. But you sitting at the dinner table like this in your phone. Yeah. I heard about that. Word. Yeah. I could put you on to some, because me and my homies get that bag. This you. You fly bums. And she's sitting there texting her homegirl like, why did I waste my time with this bozo? And put her phone down. Why did I waste my time with this bozo? And she'll straight tell her homegirls, yeah, he cute and all that, but he's boring. He thought because he came in here with some Christian Louboutins on, he was going to win me over. You lack character, bro. You lack character. You lack character. We know women like to have fun. Then you got to be a person to be around. You got to be that type of person to be around. You see? This is why a lot of you guys are in the realm of Jonathan. Because you come off, you come off, you got the nice little whip, you fly, you know, you got a bag to spin, you got a bag to drop, and then you get no respect, like DJ Academics. Then you get no respect, like Academics. Then you get no respect, like Fresh and Flaccid. You get no respect because you lack character. You a dressed up trash can. You a dressed up trash can. Why you think when homegirl spazzed out on Myron, what she started doing? She started trashing their place. And what she said, don't nobody care about all of this shit. All of this fake shit y'all got going on. Remember that? Remember that happened? Shorty started wilding in the studio. What she said, don't nobody care about this fake shit. You lack character. See, because you think you could hide, you think you could hide being a 50-cent soda in a pile of trash and thinking you not a 50-cent soda because you in a pile of trash with some expensive shit. So because you a Pepsi can in the goddamn Diamond District, you not a Pepsi can in the garbage because it's in the Diamond District. That's what a dressed up trash can is. We don't care if the trash can is wrapped in diamonds. It's a trash can. We don't care if it's dressed in a Mary. It's a trash can. Okay? It's a trash can. You lack character. This is why these women be getting on your ass too. You lack character, bro. You're not focused on what you should be developing as a man. See? Do you really think somebody's going to believe that you're a six-figure guy, but you have poor character? You how far you think that's going to get you? How far do you think that's going to get you? Respect and character can take you way far than your money. How you think Jay-Z get to where he is? His character. His character. That's how he able to sit around billionaires. That's how he's a billionaire. Jay-Z, before he became a billionaire, he was taking meetings with Warren Buffett. How do you get meetings with Warren Buffett if you don't have a certain character? This is when Jay-Z was a millionaire. He was taking meetings with Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, billionaires. Why would a billionaire want to talk to a millionaire? Huh? Why would a billionaire care about the opinion or the ideas of a millionaire? Let me know in the chat room. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know in the chat room. Somebody let me know. Because people like to say, oh, don't nobody care about what no broke person think. Well, Jay-Z's broke compared to Warren Buffett back then. He was broke. Do you know he was riding on Warren Buffett's jets? You know that? So why would a billionaire want to hear the ideas of a millionaire? If it's not about your character. See, because Jay-Z not a dressed up trash can. To fellow men, he's not a dressed up trash can. He has character. He has character, and your character is currency, brother. Stop thinking your character don't mean nothing because you in a capitalist society. Your character takes you further and further up the ladder. You see? You see? That is what grants you further opportunity, your character. That's what make people want to take a chance on you, your character. Not you wearing a goddamn Montclair vest and some $800 shoes on, but your goddamn feet stink. And you think that somebody gonna take a chance on that because you coming through, with a little $1,500 outfit on, but you got the energy and the vibe of Bubbles from The Wire. You coming around looking like money, but you're begging. See, other men know that, especially men who got more than you. They know you coming around with your hand out, but you fly. Your whole outfit 5 racks, but you just around trying to get a bag, trying to finesse a bag out of a situation. You a bum. You a bum. You don't have no character. You a bum. You just trying to get something so you can look nice. You a bum. You a dressed up trash can. And real men don't respect men who lack character. And see, that's the first thing that happens when you become a dressed up trash can. That's the first thing that happens. First thing. Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. Oh, I know y'all ain't gonna like this one. I know y'all ain't gonna like this one. Before I get into it, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. Oh, I know y'all ain't gonna like this one. See, because if it starts with the internal, right? As within, what? So without. So if you lack character, right? Because you don't want to develop personally, because maybe you're afraid of not being accepted in the world. Okay, I'm back. Now, what happens is when you don't like yourself, when you don't know yourself, you don't accept yourself, right? You go out in the world looking for external validation. This is what the dressed up trash can of a man has become. You become a dressed up trash can because you are searching for external and worldly acceptance. See, the acceptance of the world and other people becomes your crutch because you lack character, internal value. So now it's about how I look and what I wear and what I drive and what school I went to. It's all about that shit. But see, when you dudes get around these women, your inadequacies internally comes out. It comes out. It comes out. You being ashamed of yourself. It comes out. You not being as tough as you portray to be. See, your women know. See, these women know. They know you. Because you dudes go and you bare your souls to these women instead of coming to your fellow brother. You go and run to these broads because you're looking for external acceptance. That's why you run to women. That's why you become addicted to sex. Because you want to prove you a man through your dick. You want to prove you a man through your dick. Well, I'm a man. Way I be slaying. Don't you know a lot? Don't you know women look at sex as fun? Especially when they're not in a relationship with you. It's fun. So she could go get slayed the next 30 minutes by somebody else. What do you think you're doing? You think you a king because you're slinging that ding-a-ling? You think you a king? Think you a king because you pay for everything? I'm a king. I pay for everything. That's what you think. See, that's external acceptance. That's what you're searching for. And you become, what happens is you go so far into searching for that acceptance, you become addicted to drugs and sex. And remember, drugs and sex go hand in hand. For the most part, sex is a drug for most guys. Sex is an addiction for most guys. Why? Because he wants that validation. He want to do something to make himself feel good, to make himself feel like a conqueror, to make himself feel like he's actually done something. So he go find some vagina to slay. He keeps some vagina around. You know, so if he could never say to himself he's a man, at least the woman could say he a man. At least if he don't feel confident telling other men and showing other men who he is, a woman would. A woman would. She'd talk about how he do her in the bedroom and how good of a man he is because how long he can last. This is what happens. You see? You become addicted to that, right? I'm King Dingling, nigga. What? Nobody can't tell me nothing. But then every night, you cry yourself to sleep, bro. You see? You don't feel like that about yourself. You see? That's why you don't feel good if you ain't having sex. You don't feel like a man. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got no purpose till she bend over. Now you got a job to do. Now you got work to do. See what I'm talking about, brothers? Dressed up trash can. And then you try to leverage your sex. You try to leverage it. So when a woman then has a problem with you, the first thing you talk about is your dick. First thing you talk about is your dick. Well, you wasn't saying that when you was climbing up the wall. You wasn't saying that then when I had you squirting everywhere. Look at my face, bro. Look at my face, bro. You really think that means something? That means something to you. When she's squirting and coming all over the place, she's having fun. You at work. She's having fun. This is why when men get older and they've lived a life of this addiction to drugs and sex and living vicariously through their dicks, right? And they fake lifestyle, when they get in their 30s, it's why men get real depressed. And a lot of those guys who had high body counts, when they get older and they start having children, they stop having sex. A lot of those guys get on the semen retention shit because they realize they've done all of that and they're still empty inside. They realize they're dressed up, empty garbage cans. Or if the garbage can isn't empty, it's full of garbage. It's full of garbage. This is what happens. This is why you see this happen. Shout out to Todd's Craziest. I appreciate the super sticker, love. Shout out to you, Miss Toya. I appreciate you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Toya. Much love. But this is what happens over time. This is why you see guys doing this. Because these guys feel empty inside. I know. Some of my homies are going through this. I know, I'm talking about direct homies. They don't want to have sex no more. It's not because they don't have a desire. It's not because it don't work no more. You know, that's the little female jokes. And y'all could do that. That's what y'all do. But it's an internal issue. It's that emptiness inside. That's what it is. It's that emptiness inside. See, because once a man get in his 30s, all of that running from yourself shit is over. It's over. It's over. The old ones, welcome. It's over. All of that lying to yourself, you can't do that no more. See, you could do that in your teenage years and even in your 20s if you're not a mature guy. Some guys mature faster. But for the most part, when you get in your 30s, you start taking inventory of your life. Y'all always hear me say this. This is what men's supposed to do. This is what men are supposed to do. And a lot of us start doing that in our 30s, especially if we're not married and none of that stuff. We start looking at our life. We start looking at our life. And a lot of guys, they check out from having sex like that because they know that for so many years, they have leaned on that for validation. And they've known that for them doing that for all this time, they still not validated. They still don't feel the way they thought they were going to feel. See, this is what they're learning. That's why they check out. See? And it is because a lot of men realize that that is nothing but external acceptance. That's all it is. You got to accept yourself for who you are in its entirety. You have to do it. That's the only way she will do it. You see? And it don't cost you no money to love yourself. See, I need brothers to understand this. It don't cost you nothing to do that. You don't have to go buy an $800 belt to feel like you could talk to any woman that you want to talk to, no matter how good she look. That's just a level of your confidence and your security within yourself. It has nothing to do with you wearing a Herman's belt. And brothers, before we move on to the last thing, let me add this in there. Stop dealing with worldly women. Because these worldly women are also addicted to drugs and sex. Because they're using those things for validation also. So when you two pair up, what do you think is going to happen? You're wondering why you just been laying up and never done nothing, never accomplished nothing, never built nothing. It's because the lack of internal value. You got to think past your dick. Okay? You got to use your foresight, not just your foreskin. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, for that. A lot of you dudes put your foreskin before your foresight because it's an addiction. And what you're addicted to is external validation. You want the world to say, oh, he's a great guy. He's a great man. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's just handsome. Oh, my God. Oh. Right? But then that little boy inside that you keep trapped in the closet that Pat spoke about, that inner child, that little boy, you keep him in the closet. You keep him in the closet. You have yet to initiate him. Because the only way you have to do, you have to mature to do that. There's a certain level of acceptance, forgiveness, reconciliation. And you're doing it for you so you can become a better you. Right? Because in order for you to be a better husband, you got to be a better you. In order for you to be a better father, you got to be a better you. So stop focusing on what these women are saying. Oh, we want women, we want men to be better. We want men to do this. We want men. Who cares? That's what they want. So you gonna be what they want? And if you fall for that, that's not their fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. You see? So let's move on to the next thing. And before we move on to the last point of today's show, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show, man. Shout out to my family. Heel Zen. He said Friday Heat hit the Cash App. Thanks. Appreciate you, family, as always, man. You know it. You know it. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, I appreciate that, Shango Zulu. Appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate the Cash App, man. The last thing that happens when men become dressed up trash cans, the last thing, they become horrible in relationships. Now I know y'all like, oh, DS1 ain't saying nothing about what these women be doing. He always talking about the men. He need to be talking about what these women are doing. That's not going to edify a man. See, I'm all about edifying and being edified. See, a woman can't edify no man. She can't tell you who you need to become. You get those directives from inside of you and from God. You see? That's why I'm not talking about the women. That's why. Because she can't make you no man, boy. She can only make you the man she wants you to be for her. And guess what? You're going to be a chameleon, a.k.a. Jonathan. See, because Jonathan's last name is Chameleon. Y'all probably didn't know that. But see, Jonathan's last name is Chameleon because you're going to be whatever each woman wants you to be for them. See, because all women ain't going to want you for the same shit. See? So your name is Jonathan Chameleon. If you want DS1 to talk about the women, if you want me to put the spotlight on women, your name's Jonathan, your last name is Chameleon. So what you could go do is go and listen to the Black love industry where they teaching men how to remain simps. Okay? So if you gotta have a female in it, go over there. Go over there. What Big Pun say? Go that way. That's what you do. And the last thing, men become horrible in relationships, parenting, and companionship. You know why? You know why? Goes back to number one, which is what? The lack of character currency, internal value, spiritual value. So if you lack spiritual value, right? So that means you are the opposite of a leader. You're a tyrant. You're a tyrant. You're immoral. You have no shame. You have no dignity. Right? You lack spiritual value. You lack character. This is why you're a tyrant. Most tyrants are emotionally and mentally off. That's why they're tyrannical. That's why they run around their house like they Joseph Stalin. Just a tyrant. Then what that does to your family. You see? What that does to your family. You become a horrible parent. You're a dressed up trash can. You become the dad. You become the birthday dad, the holiday dad, school time dad. You only around when it's time to pay for school clothes, when it's time to pay for birthday parties, when it's time to pay for Christmas gifts. But you have no relationship with them children. All they know how to do is say, Daddy, I need this. But they never call you and say, hey, Dad, I love you. Hey, Dad, I just wanted to call you and let you know you're a great dad and I love you. And I thank you for everything that you do for me. See, you're a dressed up trash can. You're a dressed up trash can. Do your children call you for help? Besides financial, like they mama. Like they mama. See, your children respect you the way your baby mama respect you because you a dressed up trash can, boy. That's why how she treats you is, what you got for me? What you got for me? Can I have this? Can I hold this? Can you buy me this? Your children treat you the same goddamn way because you a dressed up trash can. You dressed up trash can. So they treat you like a goddamn recycling bin. That's how they treat you. Because that's how you appear. That's how you appear. What's after family value? Appearance. See? This is how you appear. Like a recycling bin. Hey, I'm just here to be used. Hey, you need anything? Hey, anybody want to go shopping? Hey, Jonathan. And you think, and you think that, or you expect your children to love and regard you in a certain way. How? How? You show up like any other guy who show up at the crib with some pizza and some money. That's how Jonathan show up. You know Jonathan who coming through for the short stay? You know Jonathan who coming through for the quick visit? He show up with pizza too. And $100. but you want some respect. You want some respect though. This is how you show up. First thing you do, soon as you show up, hey, I make this amount of money. Listen to what the guys say in this space. How they talk to women. Listen to what they say. The first thing they do is tell a woman or describe, paint a picture for what they could do for a woman financially. They do that first. Then they wonder why she don't like you. She don't have to like you to spend your money, bro. She don't have to respect you to spend your money. What woman don't want a simp just sitting around paying bills and she gotta, she could just bend over, once every 6 months, because you find with a little hand job most of the time. You're horrible in relationships because you were dressed up trash can. You carry the trash of the world inside of you. And you present that. You present that. You present that in your family, and you present that with your spouse and what women you encounter and interact with. You a trash can. You's a trash can. See, because we know trash cans got all types of shit in them. Steak bones, you know, some trash cans got money in them. You find money in trash cans. You see? So, brothers, to not become a dressed up trash can, you must, for one, have some internal value. And it starts with loving who you are, loving yourself. This is why it's important you reconcile with your father. Because a lot of men don't love themselves because of that disconnect with him and his dad. And that disconnect also goes into the disconnect that a lot of men have with their children. You have a disconnect with your children because your father had a disconnect with you. And you never went back to reconcile those problems. So now the problems you have with your father, your son have with you. And how are you going to fix that? You don't fix that by making your son feel like he owe you something and talking down to your son. The way you do it, the correct way, is you go reconcile with his granddaddy. You see? Because the reason why you act the way you act is because you get it from his grandfather. See, that's the way, that's the proper way to do it. You don't sit there and beef at your sons and talk shit to your daughters and, oh, well, I did this for you, and all of this I done, and all of this I paid for, and all the light bills. Shut up. Shut up. I hate when dudes start doing that. Oh, because I've been paying bills. Nigga, shut up. Shut up. I hate when dudes do that. Shut up. Shut up. So what if you pay all the goddamn bills? You chose to do it. Shut up. Now, either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. But shut up. Don't no men want to hear what you pay for. Who cares? Who cares? Don't nobody care because you had to pay a $700 light bill. Who cares? The bills need to be paid. Shut up. Don't nobody want to hear your complaints about being a man. Shut up. If you don't want no goddamn assistance, shut up. You know, because I sacrifice it all. Nigga, shut up. Because you're doing it to cry now. Because if you was doing it in the name of being a man and running your family, you wouldn't be complaining. You wouldn't be complaining. See, because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you, you little trash bag. You're doing it to make yourself feel good so you can feel like a man. I pay for all this shit around here. Shut up. I pay for everything. You a goofy. You're goofy. As soon as you go on your little tirades, they be all in there laughing. Look at this goofy. He's a goofy. He's a goofy. He sat here and said he wanted to pay all the bills. Now he crying about it. He's a goofy. See that? Internal value. Internal value. That's what matters. Because one key thing Pat said in his presentation, y'all could go check it out on a 21 Convention channel, 21 Studios, excuse me, and check out Pat Stedman's presentation, How to Heal Ourselves as Men. He said the problem is with men is the lack of internal alignment. Understanding how the things that go on inside of you, how it connects to everything going on outside of you. That's what he broke down. How many times y'all hear me say we got to heal before we build? The internal. See, you got dudes, you got men running around here thinking it's cool to be a trash can. Thinking it's cool because it's wrapped in Supreme. It's wrapped in Louis. It's wrapped, in whatever. But we have men living a trashy, toxic life as a way to run from themselves. And then what we do is we come online and try to blame everybody else. And we got to stop doing that, brothers. We're men. We're men, man. Now, when I say we're men, am I saying that men are never done wrong? No. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, men, we're left to deal with it by ourselves. Or until we find that spouse that's willing to be that support. But other than that, you're alone. And even with a spouse, there's certain things as men that we're going to always have to take on. Period. That's just what it is. And it's no way around it, guys. It's no way around it. It just isn't. And we have to really start understanding this. Because you don't have to be a dressed up trash can. If you start loving and accepting you. And when you love and accept you, then you will begin to work on becoming a better version of you. And becoming that better version of yourself is a process. It's not something that's going to change overnight. It's a process because we have multiple areas in our life. We have internal areas, we have external areas. But we got to know, fellas, that being a dressed up trash can is living that external life, being worldly and wayward. I spoke about this before. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that video out. Being worldly and wayward is to live your life solely on the external things and thinking that that is what a man is. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into today's show. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to all you brothers for coming through. Shout out to all the ladies in the chat. Much love to all of the visionaries, all of the mods that are here who held down the chat. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Rob Mack in the building, King Dice in the building. Shout out to Original, Traces of My Lipstick. What's going on? Rashad Farmer, salute. Rob Mack, I appreciate the super chat, my brother. As always, man, I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the old ones for coming through, Pharaoh, Mace. Shout out to everyone, man, for coming through. Shout out to my man Hannibal, of course. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona, in the building. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to all you visionaries. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show. And if you enjoyed today's show, don't hesitate to donate. Cash App $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Cash App $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where you can go. Or you can simply hit the super chat. I appreciate all the cash apps, all the super chats. Much love to all of you guys, man. Make sure y'all share today's show. And if you haven't yet, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Thank you so much, Miss Angie, for always coming through and holding down the chat. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. But before we get up out of here, fellas, remember, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.